because I grew up in Burnie in Tasmania and then lived in Launceston and studied. And the Roadshow came to Launceston when I was first year uni, and I went and saw it. It was like probably the fourth comedy show I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like Will Anderson, Peter Hellier, Tripod Corinne, and I think Dave Hughes, but that, I could be mistaken, but it was like everyone you knew from the telly, and it was the best. And I remember afterwards saying to my girlfriend at the time, I want to do comedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next comic is all the way from New York City. Could you please welcome Will Sylvans?
Now did I say it correct? I've been fucking up all week. Now I'm going to Nawa. Let me tell y'all, the rest of the country don't like y'all. I was like, I'm going now. They say, for what? Ain't that Nawa? I'm gonna find out for myself.
Landed in Sydney.
Yep, the sun's out. It's pretty great.
Early morning flight. Not that early. It was 10:30.
Early for us.
See for yourself. I've got 2 kids. Now we're travelling to the beautiful town of Berry, which is not far from Nowra, which is where we're performing tonight.
At the Shoalhaven.
In front of 600 of Nowra's finest. It's a 2-hour drive.
2.5 if you go the wrong way.
Try and stop at a bakery.
Yes.
Try and have a pie.
Vanilla slice, always.
When you're on the road, pies aren't fattening. It's great.
Their sustenance.
I've seen a lot of the country and I'm very grateful for the Roadshow for that. It's a good way to see the place, you know, get to look at towns like, I don't know if you had a look around Berry tonight, where we're staying, but they've got a cuckoo clock shop. They sell cuckoos and model Tyrannosaurus Rexes together at last. Slightly creepy turn of the century painted wooden soldiers. It's one of the unique kind of facets of this town, and I think every location that we visit has something unique about it. That's how they get their news around here. They send the Channel 10 kayak off down the river, capture all the excitement of Berry, New South Wales. I wish I hadn't done that.
My name's Greg. I'm the local promoter of the Roadshow in Nowra. I've been a teacher for 20 years and kind of a wannabe comic myself. So when I first moved to Nowra, there was no comedy here. There's nobody knew what stand-up was. So I thought that's just wrong, and we should bring it here. So yeah, next year will be the 10th year. So we're hoping to celebrate that. I think it's a very high art comedy, stand-up. It's a real craft to it. It's just such a magical thing to come to a room like this. This is going to have, in half an hour, it's going to have 600 people in here, and they're just going to bust a gut laughing. And it's just that sound, that big wave of emotion that hits the comedians. It's just a beautiful thing. and it's to be celebrated. And I think, you know, it's as good as any opera. It's as good as any play.
I wear an heirloom. I wear this ring. This ring is hundreds of years old. It's been passed down to all the men in my family. And I'm the closest thing we have to that right now. So I'm just holding onto it tight till my sister transitions. But I just... Heirlooms are a funny thing, because you're not in charge of who gets an heirloom. Like, I'll pass this ring down in like 3 generations. I don't know what douchebag's going to be walking around with this ring. Think about the other way as well. Think about like hundreds of years of men have owned this ring, probably quite a few of them very conservative, and now sometimes I have to take this ring off to give my boyfriend a hand job, and I don't think that's what they had in mind.
A couple of times I've made brownies, handmade brownies, so it was just a kind of kind gesture, but yeah, if people are still remembering it, I've got brownies there tonight, so I didn't know people were talking about it. So yeah, it's just a bit of home cooking for the poor comics of the road.
I've been traveling so much. Before I came here, I went to China. I spent 10 days in China. I was in Wuxi, Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu, and Hong Kong. I'll tell you right now, if you've never been to China, I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of Chinese people over there. Whatever number you think about is way more than that. And Chinese people, they don't see black people at all. We like UFOs and unicorns over there. So when they saw me, they just stared right in my face, just. Not even like respectfully from afar, just up close in my face, which made me scared. I'm like, what the hell they look at me like that for? And then 3 days later, I saw a black person. I was like, oh shit, I see what they mean.
Please give a huge, narrow welcome to the one and only Gillian Cosgrave!
Hello, mates. How are you? Are you well? Ah, good. You sound well. You sound in good health. My name is Jill, and this song is completely autobiographical. I am an incredible procrastinator. We have any self-confessed procrastinators in the house? Yes. Although I know that the most dedicated among you are going to get back to me in like a week when you've done a heap of other shit. I am such an incredible procrastinator. If there were world championships of procrastination, I would totally try and get to them, but I got a lot on. It's really snowed under this time of year, painting my nails and downloading Game of Thrones. I am the great procrastinator. Wait, I'll start that later. Hey, I'll just have fun. Tomorrow is a magic place where everything gets done. Except my tax, that's still not done. But really what I should be doing is calling my mum to say hello and how are you and all of that. I think she was confused that I had called just for a chat. So I hang up, I'm sitting quiet on the couch. Will I do my taxes or should I clean the whole house? So now the house is clean, then I break my hair. I go into my room and I procrastinate, oh yeah. Procrastinator, wait, I'll finish later. Hey, I'll just have fun. Tomorrow is a magic place where everything gets done.
What we're doing now is a roadshow tradition, which is waiting around a car, everyone being too nice about which car they want to go in, and then we're going to go to Falls. We're driving to Canberra. I don't know where. I'll sit in the back. I'll put my headphones on and I'll listen to some music.
you'd really be very damned.
This is a small version of Niagara Falls, but it's still amazing at this height. I'm not sure if I came up this high. But yeah, this is crazy. I don't care, look. It's still amazing.
Just cause. Why wouldn't you?
We're in Goulburn. We are at the Big Merino.
So we're at the tail end of the big sheep, and as you can see, this sheep got some balls. I found out they call balls here nads. I don't know where nads come from, but he got some big ass nads. And it's to scale. I'll show a smaller sheep. I mean, is it to scale? The balls, the sheep's balls come down to their hooves. Huge ass balls.
Great.
I'm feeling good. This is a great theatre. And Canberra shows always seem to go really well, so that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. How's my face?
face looks real good.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
I'm stage managing the show, so making sure everyone turns up on time, gets on stage on and off at the right time, and yeah, and everything in between. So this is fantastic. Yeah, this is just straight in, do the job, and yeah, off you go.
Also, oh my god, guess what's in the city? An ice skating rink. And like a slide made of snow.
Well, that's why it's
with
so cold. It's
toboggans.
going to be -3 tomorrow.
Day 2, the cast have turned on each other. Everyone wants to travel in different cars now. Dave Cowan said he wants his own couch in all venues.
About 2 minutes to opening the house, so everyone's going to stand by the side of stage and get ready to do it.
Is the house live, Anthony?
The house is very live.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you just look a little bit excited about show business?
No, refuse to.
It's always nice to have a backstage that is bigger than a venue that you'll ever play by yourself. It feels good. Look at like.
Welcome to the Canberra Theatre Centre Stadium Emporium Outlet Bar and Grill for tonight's Melbourne International Comedy Festival Roadshow. Please don't clap your hands. Lose a bunch of shit. Welcome to the stage. Your MC, the one, the only, Dave Cowan.
Hello! Who's ready for a laugh? 19 people are ready for a laugh. Everybody else just enjoy the eye candy. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave, and I have to say it's great doing comedy in a country where people are so funny. Did you know you're funny? Did you? Yeah? Yeah, some people did. You're so funny, Australians. You have the best sense of humor. You do. You have Danny Minogue judging whether or not people have talent. I see what you did there. And you call ugly women bush things. That's good too. It's like not only are you a pig, you're not even good looking enough to be in the city. Get out. You're not one of them fancy city pigs. Get out, you big bush pig. There's a line at Albury Wodonga, don't come past that.
Hello Canberra, how we doing? We good? Sound good, it sounds good. It's very nice to be in your city. It's very, very nice. I've just come back from Perth. That was very nice too. Anyone from Perth in the audience? Yep. Whereabouts are you from? Perth. Okay, fair enough. Although my wife's from Perth, you see, so we're over there visiting her family. I had some shows, but I had a night off, and we thought, let's go and watch the sunset over the water, because I live in Melbourne now, and we don't get the sun setting over the water. And so we thought, so we packed a picnic, and we were being romantic, and the sun was just there. It was amazingly, like, all these oranges and purples coming off it, and we were being romantic, and the sun was just falling, and we kept on being romantic, and the sun just kept falling. Romance was happening, and just as the sun hit the very tip of the water, I just ruined it by just going, rage, 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 run, 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 rage! Rage. Ruined it. Any parents here tonight? Any parents make some noise? Anyone got any children under 2? Oh, yeah, well done. Round of applause for these people that actually made it out of the house. I've got 2 kids myself. Was just going to have one. And then me and my wife discussed it. We thought, oh, do we want to have an only child? Because, you know, have you met them? Fucking hell, like, Jesus. If you're an only child, that is a joke. I know you don't know how to cope when they're at your expense. It's fine.
The festival has T-shirts, which is just kind of like a tour T-shirt with all the many towns on the back. The T-shirts and the merch it's really just a way for the artists and the audience to meet each other after the show. Now it's more about selfies, so we don't sell as many T-shirts as we used to, but everyone will sign them, and some people love them. Some people turn up with a bag with the T-shirts they've bought over the last, 10 years, and they show us, who was on the last tour.
Awkward walk time.
There's always something that they're like. There are various stories that I've heard of people coming out and going, you were good, you were good, you were good, shit. Like those kinds of things. I did have a girl last night even come up and she was like, oh, you're so funny, you're so funny. And she got to me and she's like, oh, that skirt looks really different on stage. I was like, thanks.
Well, today I bought a kite in Goulburn, and we're going to go fly the kite tomorrow.
I'm used to running.
I mean, I know you say we, and yeah.
You want me to hold on to it?
Just let me run around with a flaccid rainbow kite.
Ready?
It's pretty funny.
Run. I have
That's beautiful. Yay, Parliament.
Oh,
This is
Oh,
almost a
impressive.
political statement with the rainbow kite.
Very much so. Oh, that's a political
There you go. That's it.
It was airborne for like 2 seconds. There was no lightning,
Did you feel elated when it was airborne? Were you excited? Okay, ready?
I did feel excited.
What's that on a 3D television?
So we're in Canberra. This is our second day here. So we did our first show here last night. We're got our second show tonight. I really like on Roadshow if you do 2 shows back to back because you get to have a full day in a city. So just came down for a wander in the city centre. Found an ice skating rink, found a giant slide. There's like some toboggan thing around there. Everyone else is pretty busy, so I'm just gonna go on the toboggan just by myself, but I'm sure it's gonna be a great time.
Thank you for coming to my hotel. This is as close as you will get to what I'm naturally like in a hotel room, except usually sans pants. Usually the pants are not on. I took the battery out of this curiously tiny alarm clock because it was just going tick-tock beside my head. And I couldn't sleep. Got my sword in case anybody attacks me in the middle of the night. Got my Andy Warhol pillow with a dog pretending to be an artist. I was opening for a pug pretending to be Salvador Dali, but you can't get everything. Some very nice, I think it's fine. Oh, that's a lot softer than I thought it was going to be. That looked a lot more metal. Might do a 1-inch punch on it. Look, check this out. There's a whole bloody director trying to get out of your way, and they put this whole recipe for old-fashioned. Oh, it's called an old-fashioned. So I don't know why you need this much stuff to drink that. Like, I'm Irish, we just chuck it down. That's a lamp that shines down onto that part of the glass. Yeah. A Nintendo 3DS, I might have put that there, to be honest. Muesli and chocolate. Someone ate most of it, I don't know who. No idea.
Yeah, great.
Speaking of it, this is the shit that happened in Nowra yesterday. I ordered my dinner, I ordered nachos, right? And they came out, the nachos. And it was corn chips, dry, not cooked, not flavored. Then there was a little bowl of melted cheese, a little bowl of sour cream, a little bowl of beans. What the fuck is this? They were like, oh, it's deconstructed nachos. Are you fucking serious? How about I'd pay you in deconstructed money? Here's all my 5-cent pieces. Fuck off with that hipster shit. If with $18, which I paid for these deconstructed nachos, I could have gone to the fucking shops, bought enough deconstructed nachos for a week of nachos. Arseholes. But no, I went to the fucking pub because someone's gonna do that shit for me. Or so I thought. What's next? You'll go to the toilet. There's no toilet paper. Yeah, we put an axe and a tree in there. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's Josh's birthday.
21 today.
Yay.
Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
It's the end of another leg. And what have we learnt? Nothing. I'm still hungover in another city, going home and pretending not to be hungover in front of my boyfriend. It's good to see.